to the channel. Thankfully today I have good news. So the last video I did was telling you guys that unfortunately Knight had dropsy, and today makes 1 week that he has been in quarantine. So his regimen was every 48 hours I was doing a total water change, and then I was adding Canaplex, Epsom salt, and I was keeping his water at about 82 degrees. I started noticing between Friday and Saturday that the swelling had gone down considerably. His scales were no longer lifted and he was back to his usual self. So I went ahead and continued the regimen for 3 total times. You're supposed to do Canaplex 3 rounds to make sure that you've killed off the bacteria. You don't want to just do 1, and if they look good, you know, there's always a chance that you didn't kill it and it could come back. I didn't want to chance that, so I did the 3 complete rounds. Yesterday he got a full water change. I removed the heat, the medication, the Epsom salt. It's completely clean water, and he has done fantastic. It has not came back, and hopefully it will not. Sometimes dropsy can rebound, but we are hoping and praying that that does not occur. It did not happen with JoJo, and hopefully it does not happen with him. So the plan for right now is to keep him in quarantine until probably Friday or Saturday. If he looks good, then I will probably take him out and put him back in his pond. Comet still looks good. He hasn't had any symptoms whatsoever. But before I do put him back, I'm going to take Comet out and do a really deep clean on the pond. I've also decided to remove all the stone that's in the pond. There's probably 75 pounds worth of rock in there, and though I like the look of it, because the pond is so large and it is on the ground essentially, it makes it a little bit harder to clean as far as the rocks go. I don't get a really good siphon because the tubing is level. So I just decided that it would be easier if I just took the rock out. And I'm probably going to put it in my goldfish burial garden. Probably, I think that's what I'm going to do. I might keep some of it just for like putting decorations in places and things, but other than that, that's what I'm going with. So hopefully all is well with him. He still looks good. I will show you a quick video of him over the past few days. As you can see, he looks really good, and I'm probably going to start pushing food back tonight. I haven't really pushed it hardcore yet. I just kind of offered it here and there. If he would take it, great. If he wasn't interested, it was okay. I'm going to see if he'll be interested tonight. He more so lost his interest Friday with eating. He just wasn't interested, which is totally fine. That tends to happen with dropsy. I wasn't really concerned about it, but now that he's over it and, you know, he's got back in his normal water temperature, and things are looking up. I expect him to go back to his usual diet. So tonight, when I feed all of the fish again, I will offer him gel food, and hopefully he will take it and start his normal regimen again. But so far, that's really all the news I got, but thankfully it's good news. He really, really scared me, and I think he scared a lot of you guys, because I had Instagram messages every single morning when I woke up, every single day. Someone asking, is he better? Does he look better? Is he okay? I get that. It's every single day. It hasn't failed yet. Also, people, on Instagram, on YouTube, people, wishing him well. Messages on the Goldfish Community Forum. People calling me at home, my friends, my family. My grandmother has called every single day, sometimes multiple times, and asked me if he's looking better. My cousins, people I work with, my classmates, like everybody wants to know, is he okay? And I just think that's the coolest thing, that people have really just took to him for whatever reason, even though he does have a very interesting personality. He is quite the butthead, but I'm fine with that. It's totally okay. He has a pond. That is where he is to go. He does not have to interact with any of the other fish if he doesn't want to. I will always do whatever I can to save him. He is, and it's the same with, all the fish. I would do anything to save any of them. But he was like, he is that fish for me, that I think if I ever lost him, and eventually one day I will, but if I lose him so early, I think that I don't know how I would be able to continue what I do. Like, he's that goldfish for me. He's that one. I think Jenny from Solid Gold, I think hers was Clyde. And I think she lost Clyde in the past year or so. And I can't imagine how that was for her, because, Night is my Clyde. I just can't. And I hope that that day is far, far away. He has many, 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 many years left in him. I mean, I expect this guy, if any of them, I expect him to live to be 15 or more years old. He's got the willpower to do it. And he is a very strong fish. And I'm sure that he is going to be very happy to get back in the pond with his buddy. As for Comet, I mentioned before that Comet was very upset with me because I removed Night, even though I think that he knew that he was ill, but still I think he's really upset with me that I did that. And he when I open the pond, usually the first thing they do is they dart to the surface, because they're like, oh my gosh, she's gonna feed me and I'm always hungry, and so that's what they think. So I open this now and he's like off in a corner, and he doesn't even face me. He turns his head, he never looks at me. It's really funny, honestly, that he is so mad. But unfortunately, I can't put Night back in good faith. I have to wait. I need to make sure this does not come back. So hopefully all will be okay. He's still mad at me. He won't eat very much, but that's the way that my fish tell me that they're mad at me. Happens every time. If I remove somebody, they won't eat. Malachi did the same thing when I took Z out. She would not eat for a solid week. She was that ticked off at me. And Comet did the same thing several months ago when Night got tore up his caudal fin, and I had to treat him with an antibiotic because it got infected. He did the same thing then. He's doing the same thing now. It's hilarious, but they'll get over themselves. It'll all be well. Little does he know that Night is coming back and he will be fine. So that's all I have for today. Thank you guys for all your well wishes. It appears that Night is a Dropsy survivor, and thankfully we kicked its butt, and hopefully it never ever comes back, because I hate Dropsy. I don't like looking at it. Anytime I see it on Instagram or anybody I know that has a fish with Dropsy, I feel so bad, because you feel like the lowest of the low. You feel like you can't beat it. It's one of those things. It's like a human having cancer. It's like it's gonna probably be deadly, but you fight it anyway. And thankfully, it worked. I will give you guys another update when he goes back into the pond and you guys can see him be reunited with his buddy. And also I will be doing a video, hopefully sometime this week if I have time, on the new tank. I do have plans for the new tank, and I have finalized them in my head, I think. I changed my mind like 3 times, but I think I got it. So I will fill you in on that as well this week, hopefully. And that's all I have, so I'll see you next time.